Mic check. All right. Mic check 1 2. All right, we live, people. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another gaming news show, live with your boy Gifted Gamer 204, and we back at it again with another banger, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for being on this incredible Monday night. It is June the 9th. Shout out to everybody out there. Thank y'all so much for being here. I do appreciate it very, very much. We're gonna speak up a couple topics in here tonight. I know I'm a little bit late today, but this is the time that God allowed me to be on here, so we're here. You understand? We made it, people. All right, so make sure y'all smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share out the stream. We have memberships. That link is pinned at the top of the chat, just in case y'all want to go ahead and click that and become an official sponsor of the channel. Also, just coming off the incredible, Summer Game Fest and all those trailers that we saw throughout the weekend. It was incredible. Concluding, was last night, Kojima showing us an extensive gameplay with Death Stranding 2. So we're going to take a look at that a little bit later on in the show. Not much to talk about, but we're gonna vibe out. We're gonna see what's up. All right, we're gonna see what's up today. We usually take this time to say what's up, let everybody come in the room, give the people some time, just in case they're busy, and then we get the show rolling. All right, so the time to say what's up, to ask any questions, comments, whatever it is, before we get the ball rolling. Because y'all know how I do when I get the ball rolling. You understand? I get in the zone. All right? I did try out a couple, demos. I did try out a couple demos today. I tried out, what was that? What's the name of that game? Hold on. It was 2 of them that I tried. Is this one? Eric Shome. And oh no, this one I haven't tried yet. Wildgate demo. I haven't tried it yet. I forgot because when I was booting it up, I had to wait until 1 p.m. today, and forgot about it. 1 p.m. passed, and I was not available. So I am gonna try it out, though. I am gonna try it out. Probably tomorrow. Most likely. Yeah, most likely it's gonna be tomorrow. Yo, Lunchi, what it do, my brother? What's going on, man? Hope everything good with you, my brother. Yeah, that Death Stranding 2. Yeah, we're going to look at it later on. Kojima's crazy. Yo, Chris, what it do, my brother? Yo, what up, Gifted? Tomorrow we finally get to see. Yup. I got Mind's Eye right here, my brother. It's crazy. They don't let us preload the game, though. I've tried to preload it, but it doesn't give me the option. But I got it. It's here. I guess we have to wait. When does it officially drop, though? Do you know? Is it like is it at midnight or something? Let me see. I didn't even bother checking. What time? The June 10th. Oh, but they dropping that tomorrow, bro. So it comes out tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I won't be able to play the game until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, all right, cool. That's fine, but that works for me, bro. You know what? That actually works for me. All right, that works for me because by the time I wake up in the morning, you know, people hadn't played the game yet. It's still not released, so it gives me time to prep and things like that. And then, once 1 o'clock hits, we going live, and I'm gonna be playing the game, so that's fine. Cause that's fine with me. Sometimes it would have been like at 12 midnight, and I'm not playing the game at 12 o'clock. I'm not streaming at no 12 o'clock midnight game. I'm not doing it. Cause I'll be getting hype, and then by a certain time, I start getting sleepy, and I'm like, nah, yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry. So that actually works for me, okay? That works for me. Yeah, there's another patch. There's definitely another patch. They're saying that it's gonna release tomorrow. So let's see what it does. But I was watching somebody earlier, and they were saying, there's gonna have he's saying that it's gonna have bugs and things like that might get annoying as you keep on playing the game. But he did say that the game has a lot of potential if they are able to get those bugs out of the way. That this could be a very big game. This one of the biggest games this year. He said, that's what he said. But they gotta fix the bugs. So imagine that. That seems to be the one thing that's really holding the game back. Is the bugs. And he was like, yo, but if they could get that right, he said in about like 3 months, he could see this game really like taking off and actually being the game that it wants to be. But they got to get that together. That's what he said. So, and then on top of that, the developers came out. Well, I should say IO came out and said to that person that don't share nothing because we are aware that there are bugs in the game and things like that. So we're dropping there's gonna be a patch day one. So this is really coming down to the release of the game. To see what this game is really finally about. Is it running good? Is it the buggy mess that everybody seems to be talking about? It's really coming down to the release. If you really look at it, like I'm taking what the guy said into consideration, but then I look at IO Interactive, and they told them like, yo, bro, we get it, but we have a patch coming. So we really don't know how good or how bad the game is gonna be until we finally get to play the game. So it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up, bro, at the end of the day. But we gonna find out. Tomorrow is the day, and we gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hyped. I'm hyped. It's a new game coming out. I bought it. It's a new game. Whenever there's a new game, whenever there's a new console, like it just feels good. It feels good. So I'm excited. And hopefully it turns out for the best. Because the game, I know the game has potential. Like Leslie Benzies, like he's been in the game for ages. So it's like the man knows what he's doing, bro. So it's just a matter of those bugs. That's it. And that's all it is. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna speak on a couple topics here tonight. All right. What time is it? 8:50. I think we could get the ball rolling. Cause I ain't trying to be in here too long. Trying to be in. All right, cool. All right, so let's just start it off real quick. Just going through this Xbox showcase uh that happened yesterday. Okay, overall, all right. Sorry about that. All right. So overall, I feel like the show was a good show. Um, they spoke about a lot. Um, they gave a lot of information. They showed a lot of games. They showed off, you know, their their new hardware, the ROG, not theirs, the ROG Xbox Ally. Um, yeah, that Sony Marvel game did set the Twitter on fire. Absolutely. Um, yeah, that Marvel game, you could put it in the top 3 of this past week's game announcements. Like, the only reason it's not as crazy is because it's a fighting game. So fighting games are not a lot of people play them and things like that. But as far as just the game in general, that gotta be in the top 3. That Marvel game is gonna be crazy, bro. That Marvel game is gonna be crazy. But the thing is too that most people wasn't playing Marvel versus Capcom back in the day and things like that. So it's not really gonna resonate with them like that. So, but the people that did play those games, and like, you already know what it is. So that's why all of us, once we saw it, we was like, yo, this Marvel versus Capcom, like, we was going crazy. So, but absolutely, bro. Absolutely. This Invisible fighting game looks good too. The only thing is that it don't have the characters, you know, to carry the game. So they're gonna have to figure that out. I understand, like, Invisible comes like from comics and things like that. So a lot of people haven't read Invisible comics, such as myself. I never read no Invisible comics. So most of those characters and things like that, is it gonna be appealing to the people enough to buy that game? Because it looks great, it looks fantastic, it looks incredible, but let's be real, we only really know Omni-Man and the Sun. On top of that, it's like, who the hell is all these characters? But the game itself looks fire. Clockwork Revolution, another banger that they showed. This game, I'm pretty sure after yesterday, climbed up the charts on everybody's must-play games when it comes out. Because the way they showed it, the way they showcased this game, I'm definitely playing that. Well, it's going to be on Game Pass anyways. So I'm definitely going to play it. Would I have bought it? It would have depended on the time that it came out. When does it come out? Because they didn't say anything about that. So that will really depend on the month they decide to release that game. If it's a month that it might have like 2 games there that they are okay, that I'm interested, but not on some hype level, and Clockwork Revolution releases with it, then yeah, I could pick it up. Absolutely. That game looks fire, bro. That game looks fire. Listen, I was impressed by what I saw. But yeah, they mentioned a lot of things yesterday. I think they put on a great show. They came out, they spoke. We saw Sarah, we saw Matt, saw Phil. They came out, said their little piece. We saw the new hardware. We saw a bunch of games, updates. Look at this list right here. We saw all these games yesterday, whether you like them or not. Grounded, Outer Worlds 2. They announced the new Black Ops, the Ninja Gaiden, the Tony Hawk that's coming out, Blood of the Dawn Walker that a lot of people were looking at, High on Life 2, Clockwork, the DLC to Indiana Jones, the new Plague Tale Requiem, whatever that's called, Invisible, the new Age of Mythology, the Persona 4 remaster. Look, they showed a Chrono. They showed a lot of games yesterday, bro. This one right here that I keep forgetting. Mojang. What's it called? Mojang. I can't see the. Something like that. Mojang Two Brothers. Something like that. The Beast of Reincarnation, right? The new Sea of Thieves, whether we like it or not, right? The Final Fantasies finally making their way over. Super Meat Boy 3D. They showed off a lot of good games yesterday, okay? A lot of good games yesterday. Also, all those games will be coming to Game Pass day one. This is what I'm telling you. If you are a PC gamer, this is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for you to be on Game Pass. Like, why wouldn't you? It's only $11. $11 is going to get you access to all of these games. All the games that come before it. And all the games that are going to come after. And now is when it's getting good. It's now. Okay? Now is that it's getting good. So you think about it. Right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So if you are this is the thing, because I gotta when I'm speaking to you about Xbox, it's like I gotta speak to two different crowds. I gotta speak to the PC gamer, and I gotta speak to the console gamer. This is the whole thing about the Xbox fan base, right? When I'm trying to speak good to you about Xbox, it's like I gotta split it in half. I gotta speak to you as a PC gamer and as an Xbox console gamer, because if you're a console gamer, you gotta take notice and you gotta ask yourself, $20, is that good enough for you? Is that too much? Is it do you like that the games come at you 30 frames per second and they think of you as an afterthought? Like a year down the line, they finally decide to finally make the game 60 frames and things like that. You know? Those are things you got to think of. What if the price keeps going up? It just went up to $20. What if it goes up? Maybe $23 by the time by year's end. Is that gonna be enough, right? But if you're a PC gamer, this is basically a no-brainer for you. $11 and you get access to everything. And if you want to upgrade for a particular game that you might want, like, early access to, and, the premium edition that brings the DLCs down the line and things like that. Because, Game Pass just gives you the standard game. But let's say you like it and you want the DLCs to come in the future, you get a Game Pass discount. You end up paying like $30, basically. And you get all the DLCs and everything that the game is going to have to offer. So that's another plus, right? So it's a lot to think about, right? And this is only Xbox. You got to think about, if you're not on Game Pass, you got to think about what you're going to buy from here, what you're going to buy on Steam, right? And what you're going to buy from PlayStation. Because PlayStation is going to have some games coming out. You might want to buy some games that's from third parties or whatever that's coming on Steam. You might want to buy some of those. But you're also going to want to buy some of the games that you see here on the Xbox showcase and beyond, right? We just saw Outer Worlds 2. That's $80. That's what I'm talking about. That's $80. And instead, you being on PC, all you got to pay is $11 a month. And you get access to everything. So that's something to think about, right? I see Microsoft. I see them like gaining momentum for some reason. It's just like I see them gaining momentum. It's not about the game being good or not to these people. These people don't really think like that. These people are all about their mission, their goal. And their goal, they said it to us yesterday. They put it as clear as day. If you're still confused about what it is that Microsoft is trying to do, then you just don't want to see the reality of it. That's all it is. They gave it to you clear as day yesterday. This is what we're doing. Xbox is everywhere. Yeah, even on PlayStation. Yeah, you see that logo? Yep. You over there? You like the game? Go ahead and buy it. Yeah, go ahead. Fast forward. Gears of War Reloaded comes out. Everybody and their mom is buying it on PlayStation. You understand? You understand? Forza Horizon 5 comes out. The #1 game on PlayStation. Topping the charts. You understand? That's their goal. So when you see people just, and it's whatever. I really don't care what people do. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I'm not console warring. I'm not in that crowd. I'm not trying to do none of that. It's just like, and I get it. But for me, I'm good. Because at the end of the day, Xbox is looking at you and you're doing exactly what they want you to do. So, at the end of the day, we could be down here laughing all we want, going back and forth at each other, going back and forth. Xbox is like, yeah, but you still buying it. It's one thing if you going back and forth, but y'all not buying it on PlayStation. It's another thing that y'all going back and forth, but you buying the game. That's all that matters. That's the bottom line right there. The bottom line. Argue all you want, people. Argue. We don't care. But did you buy the game? Oh, yeah, I bought it. I'm playing now on my day one PlayStation. Thank you. We succeeded. Thank you for that. So, that's their whole plan behind all this, right? That's their whole plan. They put it out to us. That's why I liked the showcase, because I feel like this showcase was primarily towards putting the message out. Let's put out the message. Let's put all this thing, let's put it to bed, right? We got to let everybody know. There's too much confusion. We saw the entire showcase, PlayStation 5. The entire showcase. In regard with, you could say like 3 or 4 games didn't have the PlayStation logo on it. But the whole showcase was PlayStation 5. That's what they're using the showcase for. You understand? That was the purpose of the showcase. Letting you know that Xbox Play Anywhere. That was the highlight of the show as well. That you could pick, this is the thing that we moving forward with. That if you playing on your PC and you want to now transfer over to your console, you could pick up right where you left off on your PC. No interruption. You could continue on playing right there. If you happen to leave the house and you buy one of our dedicated, not dedicated, but our partner handhelds and things like that, Xbox Plays Anywhere. You could take that and continue the game right where you left off. As soon as you walk out that door, you could keep on playing. that message was part of the showcase. Okay? That was intentional. That's what they wanted to get across. On top of showing you all the games that they're coming with. On top of showing you the new hardware that they're coming with. This all worked. Okay? Everything that they were trying to do yesterday, they accomplished it. They accomplished it. So that's why I'm saying that yesterday was a very good showcase. Because on top of that, if we just focusing on the games, which is what matters, they did not drop the ball with the games. They did not drop the ball with the games. Granted, there's a lot of games that they did not speak on. One particular, which I'm gonna speak on right after this, which should have been here and is not here, so we gotta see what happened. But apart from that, it was a very good showcase. Like I said, they told everybody what it was, showed you games, showed you the new hardware, also telling you that the long-awaited the Silk Song is gonna come out the same time as the handheld. So it's releasing with, you can see it right there in that little box. So the game is gonna be releasing with the handheld. All right, it's gonna be on Game Pass. Like, they're gonna latch on to that. I don't know why the game is so popular like that. I don't know why I keep seeing it. Like, oh, Silk Song, Silk Song, Silk Song. I'm like what? What? But anyways, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, right? Whatever. But they're gonna attach themselves to the release of that game being day one on Game Pass. You can play it on your ROG, Xbox. Here you go buy it. This, that, and the third. They showed us, they showed us a lot. They showed us a lot yesterday. Look at all these games, bro. Look at all this. This is a lot of games, okay? Yeah, this game right here. Mojang 2 Hearts. That's what it's called. 2 Hearts. Game is... that game looks fire. Okay. But getting to that, right? To wrap up with the showcase or whatever. A lot of people didn't know it. A lot of people did not listen when Phil Spencer came out at the end of that showcase and spoke. It's like when I kept telling y'all this from since the beginning. When people talk, you gotta listen. People out here not talking just to talk, especially CEOs and presidents and vice presidents. When these people come out and talk, listen to what they're saying. Because that's what happened to the Xbox community. These people kept talking. They kept talking. They kept talking. What did the Xbox community do? Ignored to listen. They ignored it, ignored it, ignored it, ignored it. Fast forward, look at where we at today. You know why? Because they kept ignoring. Oh, they don't mean that. Oh, no. They mean this, though. Oh, no. They mean that. I'm like, they mean what? What you talking about? It's like, bro, the guy said that the color is black. It's black. No, he meant half black. You know that grayish color when you're getting to the color black? That's what they meant. No. He said his favorite color is black. What are you not understanding, bro? So this is what happened to that community. They kept going away from what these people were actually telling them. And they decided not to listen and look the other way. And that's why we're here today. So when people talk, you got to pay attention. because that's where you're going to find out the facts of the situation. Now, I told y'all yesterday why why there wasn't any like huge announcements like that yesterday. And it was because Phil Spencer comes out towards the end of the showcase and tells everybody, like I told y'all yesterday, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and a return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Is there something that I'm missing here or what? Am I missing something here? He's saying it right there. So next showcase next year is the 25th anniversary. You know they're going to go all out with that whole community stuff. They're going to go all out. There's going to be a new Fable, a new Forza, a new Gears, and a new Halo. That showcase is going to go nuts next year. It might, State of Decay is going to have to be up in there. Perfect Dark is going to have to be up in there. What you call it? Blade is going to have to be up in there. Next year's showcase is going to go crazy. So stay tuned for that, because they're going to go off next year. They're going to go off next year. I'm telling you right now. As far as the showcase, Phil Spencer told you right there, okay? Look no further than that. So that's why I feel like this year's showcase, yeah, it was good, but they didn't drop the bangers that we was looking for. And it's because when it's imagine they would have dropped yesterday the Gears of War E-Day or whatever, and and the Perfect Dark and the State of Decay. What is that gonna leave next year's showcase with? They already showed those games last year. That's why last year's showcase, everybody was saying that that was one of the best showcases they have ever seen. So they showed you those games last year. Fast forward, they said, all right, let's take we got the 25th anniversary coming up. Let's take a chill showcase this year, because we got to set up for a huge one next year. Let's show them the Outer Worlds, updates, Indiana Jones DLC, Clockwork. You get a full in-depth on Clockwork Revolution, Outer Worlds deep dive, Grounded 2 deep dive. Gears Reloaded is coming. A Plague Tale, Invisible, Tony Hawk, Ninja Gaiden, and Elder Scrolls Online, Age of Mythology, Persona. They gave you a good show. To hold down the year. They say, yo, hold this. And mind you, the big thing here was this as well. You have to look at the entirety of a showcase. So this was part of the showcase. This was heavily rumored, and they finally showed it off. So you got to include this as part of the showcase. So this was a big deal right here, bro. And we did look at that deep dive last night. We looked at it, how this all came about and things like that. So that was part of the show. Black Ops 7, they announced their biggest franchise. Like, even though everybody's like, oh, whatever, but that's their moneymaker. That's what brings in the cheddar right there. So it's whatever to us. People say they're going to drop it, they don't play it, blah, blah, blah. But every time the game comes out, it's always on top of the charts. Because, like I told you, it's an addiction. I told you this. It's hard to get out of an addiction. And that's what Call of Duty is. And they know it. That's their bread and butter. That's the moneymaker right there. So they announced a brand, even though I'm not agreeing with the one more thing. That should have been, the last thing on the showcase. I don't agree with that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't agree with it. That's not a game that you do that with. But it is their moneymaker. Maybe they felt that, that was the right moment or whatever. That's the moneymaker, right? Whatever. That's on them, whatever. But you look at the whole totality of the show, it was a good show. And that's why I'm saying expect next year to go crazy. All those games you saw last year, Perfect Dark, State of Decay, E-Day. But now they're bringing in the new Forza Horizon 6. My goodness. Perfect Dark, Fable. They're about to go. There's going to be a shadow drop for one of those games next year. You know that there's going to be a shadow drop. So I'm expecting that. I'm expecting the shadow drop next year. So, shout outs to Boss subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. Xbox taking over. I thought Gifted was a pony. Nah, it is what it is. Like, I don't know if if y'all know how I came into the space. Like I was never a console warrior. I'm a gamer, right? I play games. Like, wherever it is, I don't care. So, just to make a long story short, whatever, but I've never owned the Xbox. I've never owned, from the OGs and all that, I never owned it. My only Xbox that I ever owned was the Series X. But it wasn't because I was just against Xbox. It was nothing like that. It was just my go-to was PlayStation since the beginning. I had them all. PS1, 2, 3, I had them all. So it's just, it's my go-to console. But next generation comes out. PS5, Series X, next gen gaming, blah, blah, blah. I want to have fun. I want to experience next generation from both sides. So I get them both. And, we get on Game Pass. I play a couple games, but then I'm like, I start to get okay, I'm not here to be playing these old games on Game Pass. I need where the game's at. I play Fable. I mean, Redfall. I played Starfield. I played Hellblade 2. I'm like, bro. So, but then conversations start happening, and this is outside of YouTube. Like, Xbox is better than PlayStation. They doing way more better. They doing this, that, and the third better than PlayStation. And I'm like, nah, what we talking about here? No, they don't. No, they don't. They absolutely do not put out better products than PlayStation, and PlayStation has been carrying the whole industry on their back. So it's just like, I'm just gonna call it how it is. Like, straight down the middle. And straight down the middle is Xbox has not been better than PlayStation. I don't care who get mad, who don't get mad. Like, that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of it. But, so that's how I started doing research. I'm like, why people saying this? Boom, 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 boom. People not paying mind to me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start my own channel, and I'm going to bring this to the table and see what people say. Because that's crazy talk. If you're talking about Xbox has been better this whole generation and doing, nah. That's not the reality of it. Okay? That's not the reality of it. So I just opened the YouTube channel. I started putting out information. Look, boom, boom. How about this? How about that? Boom, boom, boom. And I just started hitting. I wasn't trying to be in the console space, but the type of content I was making, it drove me there. It just took me there. because it's just like I was just trying to get the point across. Like, bro, PlayStation has been doing this forever. Like, PlayStation has been on top. They've been doing, partnerships and like, bro, everything forever, bro. So that was just my whole thing. I was just trying to set the record straight. Like, that whole talk, like, nah, that ain't it. That is not it, bro. You know? And, things happen, fast forward, and it's just kind of like my channel almost like became that. My channel became that. You know? And of course, I only have myself to blame for that. Not that there is anything wrong with it, but that's just the direction that my channel took. It was just defending PlayStation because it was just a lot of false information that I was seeing. And I'm like, nah, that's not the truth. I don't care. That's not the truth. So, that it became what it is. And here I am, right? But at the end of the day, like before this, I bought an Xbox before I came to YouTube. It was just after I bought the Xbox, after I started like noticing what is Xbox giving me. Like, I was so happy, bro, when I went to the store to buy myself, to buy myself the Xbox. I was so excited, bro. I already had my PlayStation 5 for over a year. I bought the Series X the next year, and I was excited. I was like, yo, I'm about to get a Series X. I'm about to go play the new Halo. I'm about to play the new Gears, everything, like, next gen. And it just never happened. And it was just failure after failure. And I'm like, bro, like, what? Then it was just fast forward. I stopped turning on the Xbox. Little by little, I stopped turning it on. Stopped little by little. And then I just completely stopped turning it on. And because it was just like I didn't have anything to play. So, that's what happened. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. But anyways, we're gonna pay attention to next year, because next year is gonna be huge. Next year is gonna be huge. 25th anniversary. It's gonna go crazy next year. I did not like the fact that PlayStation crossed over 30 years and we did not get no showcase. Okay. Also, when I look at this past weekend at Summer Game Fest, is another thing that I don't like, is that everybody is there having a great time celebrating games and PlayStation is not there. You understand? Like, where the hell these people at, bro? The only ones missing outside of Nintendo, because Nintendo's about to do their own direct, I believe. They just had a direct. They just had a release of the Switch. So I don't know what's going on with Nintendo. Nintendo, they going through something. I don't know what, but I just have a feeling like that company is going through something, bro, for some reason. I don't know. But outside of that, it's like, bro, why wasn't Sony there? Like, to be celebrated. And it's just like, it bothers me, because I'm like, this is the time that everybody this is basically almost like the new E3. It's basically what Jeff Keighley's trying to do out here. And that's why I always shout him out. Because if he doesn't do Summer Game Fest and things like that, we will not have nothing to look forward to, bro. We wouldn't have anything to look forward to. So that's why I keep giving praises to Jeff Keighley, because it's like, yo, at least there's something there to get the community together once a year. Summer Game Fest, everybody flies out to LA. They meet up with everybody, have a great time, experience, the biggest game releases and things like that, So that's why I always give them credit for that. And I want PlayStation to be a part of that. I want them to be a part, like show up. So that's my whole thing, man. Be ready for next year, okay? Be ready for next year, because it's gonna be a big year for that showcase. Let me get to this ROG Xbox Ally X, okay? Um, because the Ally X, the Xbox, is crazy. Um, the white one, I'm not gonna recommend the white one to anybody because it's not really gonna do anything. But this one right here, bro, this one right here got 24 gigabyte of memory, bro. That's crazy work. It got the AI Z2 Extreme with 1 terabyte of storage. You got everything that's included. The Steam store, the Epic store, the new dedicated Xbox button that brings you a UI. Also, this one is eliminating, where was it that they said it? It's basically like you're gonna get what you get when you turn on your Steam OS. This is gonna have like that Xbox UI, right? And the people that have tested it already saying that they're impressed with it. I'm trying to see real quick where it was that it said about the background, like eliminating like the background noise and stuff. I think it's here, right? With the Xbox Ally and Ally X, players can look forward to an approachable gaming experience that travels with you wherever you go, featuring several new and first-of-their-kind features on both devices. From an immersive Xbox full-screen experience, an aggregated gaming library with access to installed games from leading PC storefronts and more. We've optimized Windows 11, okay, to be easy to use on the Xbox Ally and Ally X from the moment you power on. Game Bar makes it easy to return home, browse your library, launch or quit games, chat with friends, open apps, adjust settings, and more. Now, with the integration of ASUS innovative Armory Crate, Game Bar also gives you streamlined access to advanced device and input controls. Details like lock screen and task switcher have also been adjusted for easy navigation with a controller. Because these handhelds run Windows, you have access to game you can't get anywhere else. So you can enjoy the full freedom and versatility, of PC gaming. Download games from your favorite storefront, run apps like Discord, watch your favorite streamers on Twitch, and play with your favorite mods, all straight from an Xbox experience. The choice is yours. Let me just continue this little part right here because I think it's here. Yeah, when you power on your Xbox Ally, you'll boot directly into the Xbox full experience. Okay, so there it is. A new feature optimized specifically for handheld gaming with new modifications that minimize background activity and defer non-essential tasks. More system resources are dedicated specifically to gameplay. That means more memory, higher frames, and a fully immersive experience for players, all made possible by the versatility and freedom of Windows. So that's it right there. You got your dedicated Xbox button, which brings up the game bar overlay that you can switch from different things, like the chat, apps, settings, and things like that. The grip of it is like you're holding on to a real Xbox controller, okay? With full size, what you call it? Thumbsticks. They're full size, they're not these little ones that you gotta grab like right here, and it's gonna hurt this. No, it's like a full size controller. So the buttons are bigger, the A, B, X, Y. That's another plus. And you have the accessibility feature, right? As well. But the main, and it has Copilot as well, gaming Copilot, by the way, okay, via the Game Bar. So, listen, this right here, if you into these handhelds and things like that, this might be the one to get. This one right here might be the one to get, cause this, and I told you when they showed that, I said, bro, that ROG looks huge, bro. It looks like a a Switch on steroids, bro. If you see the back of this thing, you're gonna be like, bro, and the handle where you hold it at, bro, under that hood, bro, is a lot of power. A lot of 24 gigs of memory, bro. So that's huge for handheld gaming, okay? But one of the things that people keep saying out there now, right, is that you'll be able to play PlayStation games from the Steam store in this device. Whatever, right? So, let me be the one to tell you that it's possible to do that. No, because it's different from the Steam Deck, bro. Because this one right here, you could download your games natively and take them with you on the go. Your Xbox, and also, because I almost forgot. Let me not let this slip my mind. Let me tell you right now. And I know I see a lot of confusion on that too. If you are a console gamer, Xbox, I keep telling you, they leaving you behind. If you don't get with the program, you're going to be left behind. Now, if you don't care about none of that, then it's all good. But I'm here to let you know that they are leaving you behind. Because the games that you can download natively to this one is from your PC library, okay? Not your console library. So if you are primarily a console gamer and you buy this and you think that you're going to download those console games into that, it's not going to happen. Because that's not included. It's only the PC games that's included in that will be able to have that feature. So that's something to think about. I keep telling you, Xbox console gamers, they are leaving you in the dust. Okay? Because why? Because they now want for you to buy to upgrade. Go get yourself a PC or go get yourself one of these. And fast forward, if the rumors are true, go get yourself that new one that they said they're working on, which is the hybrid, the PC/console. That's gonna be the only way you're gonna keep up with the Joneses over here, Xbox. The console itself, you're not a priority anymore. So that's a lot of confusion that I wanted to clear up. It's not your Xbox console games that could be downloaded. It's the PC games that you got that could be downloaded. Okay? Wanted to make that clear. So, but anyways, besides all that, I told you, when the leaks came out, remember I was telling you that this is not an Xbox handheld. It is not an Xbox handheld. Only because you see a little button right here does not mean that is an Xbox hand. You see what it says right here? ROG? That's what it is. Because if that was an Xbox handheld, this would have said Xbox. That's not the case. This is an ROG Xbox Ally. Okay? That's what it is. So that's why people are grabbing onto the fact that you able to boot up PlayStation games on this device. It's because this is an Asus device, bro. That's why. It's a ROG. Because why I say that? Because if we move over here, I think people forgot that Microsoft just recently put a stop on their development to the actual Xbox handheld that was supposed to come out. They stopped development on that. This right here, this what you're reading right here, that's an Xbox device. That right there, that. What they do? they put a pause on that. They said, yo, hold on. Let's go work. Let's go work on the one over there. Let's go work on the ROG one over here. You understand? And shout outs to JJ for becoming an official sponsor of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
I appreciate that, my brother. My brother came up in here looking like straight like Don DeMarco up in here. You understand what I'm saying? These are straight facts. He came up in here. He came up in here and locked and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Y'all throw some fire emojis for JJ becoming an official sponsor of the channel. Hey, the gifted innovators. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even pay attention to that. My goodness. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Y'all throw some fire emojis for my brother JJ up in the building, becoming an official sponsor of the channel, people. My goodness. You understand what I'm saying? It's facts. These are facts that we spitting up in here tonight. You understand? This is a ROG, so don't get it twisted. Don't let these people fool you that an Xbox can now play PlayStation games on the handheld or whatever. Don't let them fool you. That's console warring. That's what that is. They trying to get one. When in reality, that's not the truth. The truth is that their version that they're capping for is right here. And what happened to it? It got delayed. This is the Xbox handheld. Okay? It's right here. Look no further. When this one comes out and this one is able to play PlayStation games, then we're going to have a conversation. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing about this. This is a ROG. That's what it is. They made the hardware. They made it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out the way. You know, because that's another thing that people out here confused about. Oh, and this is the article about the console games, right? Yo, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate you pulling up and becoming an official sponsor of the channel, bro. Facts. You understand what I'm saying? So it says here, right? Quote, powered by Windows 11, the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X gives you access to your full library of PC games from Xbox and other game stores as well. Whether you're into indie gems or AAA blockbusters or classic games with custom mods installed, you can play them all. So basically, you see how they put this in bold letters? Right there. Let me zoom in so y'all can see, have a better picture of that. If y'all want to take a snapshot, there it is. I keep saying, and I keep telling y'all, you got to go to the source. You got to go and look at the facts. Okay? This is the fact right here. It don't say console. PC games from Xbox and other storefronts. That's why I keep talking to you console gamers. Day and day is going to pass. You're going to be stuck with a decision to make. You're going to be stuck with a decision to make. Right? You getting the worst version of these games. Now this ROG comes out. They not applying this to you. This is only to the people on PC. And granted, since they've been rolling out the plan, all the console gamers have already switched over to PC. That's how, and they have the data. They have these numbers. They see it happening. That's why they're moving forward with the plan. Because if y'all would have stood firmly on console, who knows what decision these people would have made. But what they saw, getting along with it. Or let's go get us a PC. They on PC now. It's better hardware. Let's move up to PC. I want to play these games looking better, running better. Everybody starts moving over to PC. PC Game Pass is growing. That's what they're noticing. They're like, yep, they getting the point. Let's roll out the plan. Yep, it's time. So here is just another example that I'm telling you, console gamers, that you got a decision to make. It's just another example. All right? So yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. Also, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Right? Hold up, right? All right. I wanted to bring this to your attention. And look, they got Silksong again over here. This is the ROG website, by the way. Okay, this is not the Xbox website. It says here, so if you get yourself this, right, you can boost it. Now, granted, I keep saying, you are only going to be interested in this depending on your lifestyle. If you are someone who travels for work, who's almost never home, you're always outside, busy, like running around and you know, travel for work or do a lot of personal traveling, you got decisions to make. So if you just like handhelds, you want something like this that you could be in bed playing, or when you get up from bed that you could plug it in and have some great gaming experience, they gave you a Boost Beyond XG Mobile, right? When you want the max out the throttle, the 2025 XG Mobile is ready. Connected to the USB 4 port that they have on this new hardware, on your ROG Xbox Ally X, and you add the power of up to an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 laptop GPU for maximum performance, plus extra I/O expansions, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
So, you think about it. You got options. Bro, you got options out here. If you stuck somewhere, it's just because you decided to be stuck there, wherever you at. If you happy there, then that's cool. That's fine. But I'm just bringing you all this to let you know that you got options. Look at this. You don't even need like a laptop. You could just buy yourself a handheld. Put it in the case. Travel wherever you're going. Take it wherever you go. All you got to do is unzip it. Whoop, bring it out. You gaming. Because that one is taking you straight to the Xbox UI. You don't got to deal with nothing when booting up Windows. You don't got to worry about none of that. You're going into a straight gaming experience. And when you get to your hotel room, they got nice 4K TVs now. You got this little device right here. You plug it in to that TV where you're staying at for the weekend or whatever, on that business trip or whatever. And you be gaming 4K. It's like you got a 5090 GPU. So you think of, and look, that fits right in the bag. You don't gotta buy no extra heavy equipment, no big ass book bag, no nothing. This right here fits in a little ass bag. All you need is this and a controller, a wireless controller. That's all you're gonna need. You could take this wherever you want. To some people, this might be more comfortable than a laptop. Because what about, what tired, you shower, you want to go lay down in bed and relax and just be on your handheld like this while you in bed. Game a little bit, go to sleep. A laptop, you will have to be in bed, have the laptop open if you're facing up, you have a laptop sitting on your chest and you trying to game like this, like in bed, it might be uncomfortable for you. You don't want to have the TV on at the moment. You just want to be in your bed, play for like a quick 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Once you're done, hit the power, put it in the power. Good night. I'm just saying, you got options. This is a 5090 laptop GPU. It's crazy work, bro. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Oh, this was about the whole PlayStation thing. Oh yeah, I already spoke about this. But yeah, don't pay mind to things like this because this is all console warring. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. Like like being realistic. That's a ROG handheld. That's what it is. It just partnered with Xbox to bring up the experience or whatever it is. But that's a ROG handheld. Xbox did not make that handheld. But getting back to the showcase, the one game that I was talking about that didn't show up yesterday that should have showed up, right? This is one that should have showed up yesterday. I don't know why it did not show up. And that one is Starfield. I don't know why this game did not show up yesterday. But let's read this article and let's find out what happened, right? Because this is not one of those games like Blade and Perfect Dark and things like we have. No, this game has been out already. We've gotten a DLC for it already. It's like, where are you? They said that they were going to continue to update the game. These people know where to be found. Can somebody tell me where Mr. Todd Howard is at? Phil Spencer's in his mind, who he thinks as his own Neil Druckmann. That's who Phil thinks Todd Howard is. Can somebody tell me where this man is at? But anyways, after Starfield's Xbox no-show, even its most loyal fans are starting to worry. Bethesda makes it so hard to defend this game. My goodness. There were a number of high-profile no-shows from the Xbox Game Showcase. State of Decay 3, for example, failed to turn up. A Perfect Dark reboot was conspicuous, by its absence. But perhaps Starfield's ongoing MIA status hurts the most, at least for long-suffering fans of the game. The Starfield community had hoped Bethesda would announce something to do with the game at its Xbox Games Showcase. But while Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 both getting their moment in the spotlight, Starfield skipped proceedings entirely. No DLC, no expansion, no PS5 release, nothing. It's fair to say the Starfield community is starting to lose hope and a good deal of faith in Bethesda, whose silence around the game has been deafening. Quote, I had so much hope for today's Xbox show, but no, said Akatato on the Starfield subreddit. After so much time of silence, let's not talk about small update. The game looks so dead now, it's sad. What a complete disappointment, added totally normal persons. What a joke. The only thing we ever heard from Bethesda about this game nowadays is stuff off the Creation Club. The Xbox Showcase would have been the perfect time to show off something new for this game. Unfortunately, Bethesda doesn't seem to care. Wouldn't surprise me if Bethesda has abandoned this game and are hoping the community will make content for them. This does not bode well for future Bethesda game studio projects. Another quote. Bethesda makes it so hard to defend this game, said Davos Dos. I love Starfield. 1,100 hours in it. If it weren't for mods, I'd given up a long time ago. Knowing that Bethesda will never read this, I'm nonetheless speaking directly to you. Shame on you for keeping your loyal fans in the dark and for throwing in the towel. If you decided to give up on this game and move on, fine. But let us know so we're not holding on to hope. I cannot believe Starfield was a complete no-show today. Thank you to all the modders out there who have kept the game on life support. I fear, though, we're getting dangerously close to the heart monitor flatlining. My goodness. Clearly, fans just want some sort of communication from Bethesda on the future of the game. If it's left it behind, they'd like to know. If the promised second expansion is coming, they'd like to know. If Starfield is coming to other platforms, they'd like to know. Comments from Starfield fans are now spilling over into social media posts from Bethesda Game Studios about unrelated matters. Take, for example, this post about Fallout 76 interview at Summer Game Fest. The replies include questions about Starfield status, including, why did you guys abandon Starfield? Have you guys abandoned Starfield? I'm uninstalling Starfield. I'm tired of waiting. And RIP to Starfield. You get the idea. Amid the growing disappointment are some within the community who are pointing out that Bethesda may shadow drop a Starfield expansion and a PS5 release. It enjoyed huge success with the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, which is shadow dropped in April to the tune of over 4 billion players. Perhaps this is the new way forward for Bethesda, and if that's the case, then perhaps some sort of Starfield update could be around the corner. Whatever the case, the Starfield community is left sitting through previous statements from Bethesda as they look for a glimmer of hope. Starfield launched in September 23 as Bethesda's first brand new IP in 25 years. But it was not as well received as the studio's previous games in the Fallout and Elder Scrolls franchises and the Shattered Space expansion, released a year later in 2024, has a mostly negative user review rating on Steam, all right? So, basically, Todd Howard was talking about having an annual release expansion or something for the game, and that's not what's happening, okay? That's not the case here. The case is that these people getting weary. They're not seeing any type of movement with this game. And they're starting to take notice that maybe, they're moving on from this game. The game of the generation. They're moving on from it, people. Right here. The game of the generation. If they moving on, would not have lasted a year. This is incredible. Or 2 years. I forgot when the game came out. 2 years. Yeah. Yes. 2023. Yeah. 2 years. Todd Howard was talking about you're going to be able to play this game 10 years from now, bro. That's a disappointment, bro. It's sad at the same time. Because it's like, bro, why even do that? The game, and that's what I was telling y'all about Phil Spencer when he was in that Kind of Funny interview. When he was coming out his face talking about there's no world where a Starfield is an 11 out of 10 and we're going to start selling consoles. I'm telling you, these people knew that the game wasn't good. I'm telling you, bro. Because those are little things that you got to pay attention to. When people talk, you got to pay attention. By him saying that, he was already putting the game as, like giving it some sort of excuse. Like the game is never gonna be good enough anyway to sell consoles. That's basically what he was trying to tell you. So it's sad, bro. It's sad. Like all these people holding on to his Fallout, bro. And Elder Scrolls. Look at Fallout 76 coming out yesterday. What was that for? Can somebody please explain to me? Look, bro. The beginning of the show, when they had the countdown, when they had that man fishing, that was from Fallout. You see how much leverage Todd Howard got over there? Like, bro, it's disgusting, bro. It's like, why couldn't Starfield be there? Like, bro, work on the game. Get the game up to par. Make that game exciting. You got time, bro. These people acting like they don't got no time. Like, bro, you got time. These people are waiting for you. This person spent 1,000 hours in Starfield. They waiting for you. They're being very patient. And last time I heard, that whole modding, where you do the mods for the community in the game and things like that, like they're charging people or something like that. So, what are these people thinking? Like, I could never get down with Todd Howard and Bethesda, bro. I always seen them like, yo, these people, like, I don't know what it is about that company. I just don't know. It just doesn't, it don't resonate with me. It don't click with me. I don't know, bro. Like, even and I gave Starfield a fair shot. Like I told you, I was excited. So it's not like I'm playing the game as a PlayStation fan trying out, Xbox and trying to go in there like unbiased. Like, no. Because that was never my thought process. I was excited to have an Xbox, to finally have an Xbox for the first time and start experiencing the games. We got Redfall, which is their first brand new next generation game. We got Starfield coming, the game of the generation. Like, I was excited. I was there, bro. Hellblade 2, I was like, bro. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. Maybe they are giving up on the game, and maybe they working on we did see the Elder Scroll Online yesterday. We saw Fallout 76 yesterday. Why couldn't we see Starfield? Don't tell me it's because they couldn't take up a third spot. They taught that's Bethesda. They could take up the whole damn showcase if they wanted to. So I'm not putting that excuse out there. So why wasn't that game there yesterday? That is the one game that I'm not giving an excuse to. The rest, I already told you why they wasn't there. They gearing up for next year. Next year's going to be something to watch. But this year, why wasn't Starfield there? Todd Howard needs to come out and make a statement. He needs to come out somewhere in the near future, and he needs to let these people know what's going on with that game. And be straight up. That's the thing I don't like. Like, bro, just come out and be straight up. Like, yo, I'm sorry. We thought this game was going to be something, and it turned like we dropped the ball. We apologize to the fans. I'm sorry. Got Fallout. We do got Elder Scrolls coming, though. So get ready for that. Or anything, bro. I don't know. Just come out. My goodness. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. All right? This is one game that I am not going to make an excuse for. They should have been there yesterday. Absolutely 100%. And there was no show. We're moving on. What is this? Supposedly, the system that nobody wanted is out here breaking records. I'm not going to dive in too much into this because it is a rumor. We got to wait for the official numbers to come out. I'm not saying anything. I'm just reading you the article, okay? I'm just reading you the article. Where was it? According to Nintendo Prime via Paul Gale, quote, I have now heard from 3 independent people that Nintendo has globally shifted over 3 million Switch 2 units. This doesn't include any additional sales made today already and over the upcoming weekend, okay? For perspective, no console has come close to that level of sales in 24 hours. Over 24 hours of launch, the previous record was held by the PS4, which sold just over 1 million units. The 2-month total record is around 4.5 million. That's held by the PS5 and PS4. Okay, Nintendo is now on pace to beat that in less than a week. Now, that's just a rumor out there. I'm not going to dive in too much into that. I'm not going to pay mind to that until I see the official numbers. But this is that he got people on the inside, and that's what they telling him. So we could take that however we're going to take it, right? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. We're going to keep it moving here. What's this? Oh, the Switch, the DualSense controller. So if you got a Switch 2, they found a way that you can use your DualSense controller on it, okay? It says here, by the way, the Joy-Cons are the same type of Joy-Cons from the Switch 1. They don't have Hall effect sticks. Meaning that eventually you're going to get stick drift. That's what that means. That problem is going to come all right back to us, people. Right back. He's doing a 360 on us. Here we are again, people. So we get stick drift again, by the way. But anyways, it says here, to actually pair, or I'm getting to the point, to actually pair a DualSense with the Switch using the Mayflash GameCube adapter, okay? So that GameCube wireless control brings an adapter, so that's what you're going to use. You will need a dongle to plug into its controller ports. Specifically, you'll want to pick up an 8-bit Bluetooth retro receiver or NGC, as the gadget will act as a wireless bridge and let you sync a PS5 pad and plenty of other Nintendo Switch controllers and alternatives, writes Phil Hayton. You can pick one of these dongles up between $20 to $25, and this is considerably cheaper than forking out for new Joy-Con 2 controllers or a Pro controller. So basically right there, right? Once you get stick drift, which is going to happen, that's what they're telling you. They give you an alternative. If you got a PlayStation or other alternatives, okay? Well, you could use other wireless controllers. We just don't have the full list yet. You could basically just pick up a PlayStation controller and continue on. And just be playing all your Mario games. Nintendo games, excuse me. That's what they're saying by that. Because, you know, those controllers are expensive. And that Pro controller is like $80 or something like that. So, you know, you're going to be, if you continue to buy these, you're going to continue to get stick drift and you're going to continue to pay for more and more controllers, basically, is what they're saying. I've heard the Pro controller is really good. So maybe you get one of those and maybe you don't have to think about this problem. I don't know. Right? I don't know. This is just an alternative. Maybe you might be thinking of that. You could do it. All right? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. We're going to keep moving. What is this? Xbox announces their first $80 game coming out of yesterday's showcase. And we have here the Outer Worlds 2. It's going to be priced at $80. Okay? $80. The premium edition is going to cost $100. It's going to be $99.99. So, these people ain't playing around. They trying to see what's up. They looking at that PlayStation market. They like, listen, these people actually may buy it. Who knows? Let's give it a shot. Maybe we give it a shot with this game. Let's see how it works out for us. If it don't work out, we'll put the price down to $70. Who knows what the hell's going on? But just know that this is officially $80. Now, I was trying to look on the Xbox because, you know, if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you get like a discount. If you want, let's say, like the premium edition or whatever, or you're trying to own the game, you get discounts. But that option is not available yet. I was looking for it and I didn't find it. Let me see if I can find it one more time. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, people. Where this game at, man? What am I looking for? Outer Worlds. My bad. I forgot what I was looking for. Hold up. Xbox Showcase, see the games right here. Where we at? 40 bucks for, well, this is all coming to Game Pass. But let me see something, right? Let me see something. If I click Ninja Gaiden, let me see something. Nah, this is $70. Oh, they bugging out. $70. Aha! Wait, what's this? $70 and $90. Yo, these people crazy. Let me see here. Let me see here. Pre-order for 40 bucks. Also, you're not getting no damn you ain't getting no Game Pass discount. What's going on over here? Yo, what's wrong with these people? Let me see. Bro, this game is gonna be crazy, bro. Invisible Versus? Woo! My goodness, bro. Looks so clean, bro. But like I said, it's just those characters. We don't know those characters. A lot of people not going to know those characters. So we're not going to, like, you know. It's not going to hit us like that Marvel game is hitting us. Because we grew up with Marvel. We grew up Marvel versus Capcom. You know. That's why that game speaks to us, bro. Oh, you see, like, things like this. Down here. You see, like, with Game Pass, you get $4 off. You know, for the Indiana Jones bundle, the premium upgrade, right? So you get it for $30. And the Tony Hawk, what's this? Pre-order is $20, you get it for $18. You get 10% off with your Game Pass membership and things like that. But that's just if you want, you know, to own the game. Yeah, but look, you see the deluxe and stuff. Now you gotta pay full price. Yo, these people bugging out. Yo, let me see. Oh yeah, you gotta pay full price. Excuse me, we're gonna bring this down, okay? But anyways, $80. The choice is yours. I keep saying, if you out here on PC, you might as well just join Game Pass. It's a no-brainer for you, bro. It's a no-brainer. Now, if you're a console, $20 might be too much for you. $20 might be just right. If that's the case, go with 30 frames per second at launch. You go with $20. There you go. Have at it and have yourself a incredible time playing your games. Yo, Molly, what it do, my brother? What it do? Moving on. Okay, we're gonna move on. Ubisoft reveals release date for Anno 117, Pax Romana, a 1.0 release window for the Rogue Prince of Persia, and showcases a new game, Morbid Metal, at Summer Game Fest 2025. Let's take a look at these trailers real quick. We're going to look at Año 117 first, okay? Let's take a look at what they got. This is Ubisoft, people. Remember, they didn't have a direct this year, okay?
If you want to be immortalized in ornateness, here's a little lesson in greatness.
If governing is your vocation, it's all about location, location, location.
Go where you haven't gone before.
Find a religion
Or fight.
or more.
Romanize your territories. Or keep them Celtic if you please.
Sharpen your steel or lose your head. I'd prefer Pax Romana instead.
PC game. Pre-order now. That's coming November 13, okay? We got the Rogue, Prince of Persia. Let's look at this.
Death shuns you, Prince. Use this gift and right your wrongs.
Looks good.
You have the opportunity to save your kingdom as the worthy Prince of Persia.
Looks good. Oh, play now. 1.0 in August. What's this? Play the Rogue Prince of Persia now on Steam. Oh, you could buy it right now. Okay. That looks good. I'm gonna hold you. That look good. I'll check how much that is. So there's that one. And this is the last one. This is the one that they was talking about. They said there's a AAA one. Oh no, it's just a new game. Okay. Let's check this one out. Wait, what?
Morbid Metal is a
Early access August 20th, 2025. Okay, let's do it.
Morbid Metal is a fast-paced, roguelite hack and slash that is built for intense combo-driven combat. You play as an advanced AI, trapped inside a deadly simulation. Your mission? Explore its beautiful and brutal iterations, grow stronger, and prove your worth to your creator. You'll control up to 3 characters. It's a bit like switching weapons in a shooter,
Okay.
except here, you're switching full-on playstyles.
Oh, that's fire.
Each character has their own unique combat style and active abilities, which are unlocked as you explore the simulation. You can even chain attacks between different characters. Start with Vector to quickly dispatch enemies, switch to Flux for a flurry of hits, and finish your combo with Echo's special attack.
That's fire.
Mastering each playstyle will be essential, as you'll face a variety of powerful enemies, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. And at the end of every biome, you'll face powerful bosses. These are dramatic, high-stakes encounters designed to be tough but rewarding. Each new run reshapes the world. Layouts shift, enemy types change, and you'll have to adapt and make strategic choices to succeed. Choose character upgrades, buffs, or curses that change how you play. Some of these choices push you to take risks, others offer abilities, rewards, and modifiers, which alter your combat style, making each run truly unique. Play the free demo tomorrow during Steam Next Fest and wish this now for early access on August.
Okay, oh, hold on. I could play the Steam right now. The thing right now? That game don't look bad at all, bro. Morbid Metal. Hold up. That game don't look bad at all. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, this is what he was talking about right here. Next Fest. June 9th to... Oh, so it's happening right now. 10 a.m. Pacific. That was happening today, bro. Oh, I could play the demo of this too. I forgot. I'm downloading this demo right now. Let's download that one. And this is... Oh, this right here. Morbid Metal. Oh, that demo. Get in there. Get in there. All right. Oh, that's an alpha test. Yeah, I'll look at all these games later. All right, so that's it right there. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. About those games right there. Those games are not bad, bro. This is obviously, you know, a PC game. This is Prince of Persia. That game look good. And this is that Morbid Metal. That game look good too. I'm not mad at all. Hopefully the thing is good. Demo. All right, so let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Because Nintendo has now delayed the Zelda game. I mean movie, excuse me. From March 2027 to May 2027. And where he at? Okay. So Mr. Miyamoto spoke. And he says, for production reasons, we are changing the release date of the live action film for The Legend of Zelda to May 7, 2027. It will be some weeks later than the release timing we originally announced, and we will take the extra time to make the film as good as it can be. Thank you for your patience, okay? Wait. All right, so it's not that bad. It's in the same year. It's only like 2 months out. All right, that's not bad. Because you already started seeing people talking about, are they delaying it because of the rumors that is coming out that the transgender is playing Zelda? That is not the case. All right? Like he said here, it's for production reasons. That's why they delaying the movie and things like that. All right? So I just wanted to give you a quick update on that. We're going to keep moving. We're moving over. So Konami, put this in your calendars. We're having an event on June 12th. What they showing off Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill F, and more, okay? So that's a Konami Press Start event. This is going down June 12th. We're going to take a look at this. Let me see. Hold on. Have a time. Boom. Event title Press Start. That will take place 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to hold you. Gonna hold you. We going live for this event, people. O'clock in the morning. I don't know. I don't. Stay tuned. Could happen. Bit early there, people. 9 o'clock in the morning. Stay tuned, though. Stay tuned. You never know. Y'all rocking with the gift one. All right. We gonna keep it moving. Because apparently Call of Duty's team is committed to bring this game to the Switch 2, okay? Because the Switch 2 logo, as you may know, we did not see that Switch 2 logo almost at all in yesterday's showcase for Xbox. I only think we saw the Switch 2 logo like one time, if I'm remembering correctly. So, you know, they working hard at it to come to the Switch 2. It's whatever. All right? Just if you're a Switch primary gamer, just know that they're committed, is what they're saying. Whatever that means. You understand? I don't know why you're trying to play Call of Duty on the Switch anyways, but whatever floats your boat. So, let's get on and see the new Death Stranding thing. I did see this last night. I was watching it live. I just didn't stream it. I was tired. Sorry. Tired? I was like, listen, man. Don't look at this thing. All right? That's it. So, here it is. All right? Here it is. Let's show you some of this action, right? Okay? Let's start off here.
Thank you.
In the place where I came from, no one gave birth to babies. They just stayed inside their mother's bellies.
Well, in our world, babies are born and grow up to be adults. Or at least they're supposed to.
It's only natural that Tomorrow wouldn't understand. After all, she was living in a realm of the dead. I wouldn't expect children to be born into such a place.
But Rainey's baby will be born, right?
In due time, of course. Isn't that so?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
So I just did me some talking to the sun.
Oh, that was terrible.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
So you'll be a mother who gives birth to her baby.
Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait.
Talk about terrible, Sam. I've heard dogs with better tone.
Crazy. All right, so that's that scene. All right, that's that scene.
Well, let's talk a bit more about the relationship between Tomorrow and Rainey. Hideo, what can you tell us about what we should take away from that scene about their relationship?
Okay.
Really.
And here's the next
actions and
scene.
moves.
This scene right
So
here.
Thought I'd bring in that scene. Don't be too
Gonna be
surprised
crazy.
watching this, how she actions.
This is when the event starts to get crazy. Wait until you guys see this scene. Let's check this out. Tomorrow.
Thanks. 75 hours? My goodness, bro. Yo, she looked real right there, bro. Yo, that looks crazy right there. Bro, she looks so real. You saw her teeth? That's crazy, bro.
Thank you.
Come on, right?
That's nasty work.
Crazy game. Well, now you can see some of what Tomorrow can really do in the full. Show you the first sort of 5 minutes of the game. You'll hear.
Oh, this is like
some
the
music
beginning
from
of the game.
And anything you want to do to set this up, Hideo?
Check this out.
Yeah, let's show it.
Okay, so we're going to look at the beginning of Death Stranding 2 for the first time. And remember, this is all real-time in-engine on PS5 Pro.
PS5 Pro.
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind. Across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts. They come to deliver something priceless.
With support from
This
Gorilla.
life I've never known. They're my window. My sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again today.
Bro, you telling me that don't look real? That's fine right there. Bro, you telling me that don't look real right there? This one too? Look at that. That's crazy. It's like we're looking at a National Geographic channel or something. Look at that, bro.
Now, I'm sure, Hideo, people are wondering, we're seeing some of the names from DS1 here in the opening credits. What can you tell us about that?
Sorry for the cheering, but we have like flashback scenes and also like from DS1 scene, an explanation for the DS1 scenes in the game. So they're appearing in that part.
Okay.
People was hype.
So we're already in the game. This is in the border of Mexico and UCA. So it's 11 months after the ending of DS1. So you see Sam here, and he's just living on himself, delivering. And Lou, 11 months old, is actually delivering with Sam. So this is a tutorial stage. So I want people to learn the camera controls or the basic controls, the basic.
Damn.
So this is already in the game.
Damn.
And okay, we're gonna change the camera a little bit.
That's nasty work right there.
And we could maybe zoom it. I mean, yep. So this is the real first part, the tutorial.
で、ちょっと習慣にしてもらう。
All right, let's change the camera here. And that's the goal. It's Sam's hideout.
で、あっこまで帰りましょ
So
うと
the
いう。
first mission is to go back to your hideout. That's simple
まあ
mission,
オープン
yeah?
ワールドなんでどこで
So
も
it's
行
an
けますし
open world game, so you could go
それを学
anywhere.
習してもらうと。
And I want people to, you know, learn the controls. You could go anywhere. So let's move on. So
音
listen,
楽聴いてくださいね。
listen carefully here.
走ると今ドラム
When
鳴
you
ってま
run,
す。
you hear the drum rolls,
終
right?
わると
You stop.
ドラムなくなります。
No drums.
プレイヤーのアクション
So
でアレンジが変わ
the
ります。
music
このヨアンの
arrangement
曲ですけど
changes. It's a Yoan's Woodkid song, but it will change according to players' actions.
で、ルートによっても
So
曲のア
even
レン
it
ジが変わります。
also changes according to which route you
今
take.
僕は走ってますけど、
So he's on
ま
top
あ
of
メ
the
ロディ
hill.
ーとリズムがあります
You
ね。
hear the melody, you have the rhythm coming
で
in.
ちょっと道を外
And
れ
then,
て
okay, let's
みる
go
と
sidetrack a little bit.
リズムとメロディーがなくなって
The rhythm and the melody goes away.
ストリングスと、まあ、ピアノが入っ
And
て
you're
く
going
る
to slowly start to hear the
これ
strings
一つの曲
and the
なんです
piano.
ね。
So this is the
なんで
same song,
プレイヤーによってサントラが変わる
but
と。
the soundtrack will differ according to how you play it, to each player.
ヨハンにお願いして。
Guided by
So,
music.
yes. So I have to say thank you, Woodkid, because this was such a difficult
That's
job.
crazy.
まあちょっ
Bro.
と自動演奏みたいな感じです。
It's almost like auto play, right?
Yeah, this
auto
looks crazy,
music.
bro.
で、まあここはどからでも行けるので。
So you could
まあちょ
go
っと
anywhere here.
カイラルクリーチャー
Oh,
という
there's a Chiral creatures.
まあす
but
ぐ行ってもいいですけど、ちょっと
in
we could
person
go
is
into
gonna
them,
look
but let's
sick.
avoid them
攻
for
撃し
now.
ないと害はないんですけど。
They won't attack you unless you attack them, so you could just
で、これ
move
スペー
away
スセンサーですけ
I
ど、
can't
まあ
wait.
using the
前作と一緒
sensors.
Bro,
It's
look
the
how
same.
good
The red places are
Forbidden
slippery
West
areas.
looks.
まあ大体、
Like, imagine
結
this
構
game,
急
bro.
な斜面も上がり
So
ます。
you could climb
Well,
quite
この時は
steep
装備はないんです
hills. You don't have so much equipment at this
で
stage, but you could still
上が
go.
っていくと
All right, let's go back top on the
リズム
mountains,
と
and you'll hear the rhythm
Now
and
the
the
music is
melody
coming
coming
back.
back in, the chorus.
See? That's
で
fire.
カメラも行きます。
And also, let's
Drone
move on.
camera ですね。
And the camera changes
Peter
at
Jackson camera という
sometimes. I call it like the Peter Jackson camera.
で、これが嫌な人は
And if you
戻
don't like
してもいいです
this, you could hit the button and the camera will switch back.
補正をしてるので落ちないように
But, and I also, when it's during this camera, you won't fall. So I kind of, you know, programmed that you won't fall. But
まあでもバランス取らないと落ちない。
but you need to balance. It's not as easy as you see.
でどっからでも行けます。ここ
And
で
you could go
まあ
anywhere,
デス
right?
ストのこの体重移動みたいな
And
も
you
のを
have to kind of
学習してい
learn
ただ
the
く
balancing so you won't fall. You don't want to fall.
で、今回はですね、リアルタイムで地形が
And
変わる
also
ことが
this
あります。
time, the map changes real
地震
time
とか火災とか洪水
because
と
you
かが
have
起こるの
natural
で
disasters like
まあ道が
earthquakes,
なくなったり
floods,
するんですけど、
forest
ここは地
fires.
震のチュー
So
トリアル
I'm going to show you a little bit of the
地震来ますよ
earthquake.
地震
Yeah, there's a small one
Right.
coming.
これちょっとちっちゃい地震
And this is
こ
a
れ
small one
でもバラン
to
ス取らないと
predict a
落ちちゃうんで
bigger one, but you need to keep balance not to
で
fall
もうちょっ
off.
と行く
That
と
dual
All right, let's go a
sense.
little
ちょ
further.
っと大きな地震来ます。
But then a
You know
big
you're gonna
one's
feel
going
all
to
that in
come.
the
これは
controller.
踏ん張らないとこけます。
You have to really stand still and balance, otherwise you fall.
ここが、雪山だと雪崩になる。
Now you could imagine if this was a snowy mountains, you get like avalanches.
なんで地形が変わるのでちょっ
So,
と大変な。
As you can see, the map changed. Now you can't go
で
there anymore.
ルーちゃんが地震で泣いてる
And
ので
Lou is starting to cry
ちょっと話してみ
because
ましょうか
was
ね。
scared. So let's
コン
soothe
トローラ
Lou.
ーを上げて、
Okay,
こう
let's see the movement of the controller here, as you can see,
はい
and you could soothe Lou.
顔を見てもいいですよ。顔を
Or you could close up. You could see the close up of Lou's face, and
はい、ルーちゃん泣いてますけど、
we'll
ね。
stop crying. But okay, we're
ル
soothing.
ーちゃん機嫌直った。
Okay, Lou is now
Happy.
happy. Yeah, smiling.
はい、よかったですね。
All right, let's put it back.
まあルーちゃんのことを心配しながらも。
So you have to take care of
で、
Lou
ここから
too.
結構まだ長いの
All
で、
right,
ちょっとここで一回止
we're
めま
gonna
すね
cut here because it's gonna have a long distance. But that's the beginning.
What'd you guys think of that? Incredible.
Crazy, bro. Bro,
Amazing
75
to see
hours.
the world, the music, and all that come together.
One
Such
more,
a
though.
beautiful way. Good day. Well, already backstage, so let's take a look at this battle sequence from Death Stranding 2.
Oh, yeah, that
Real
Decima
live gameplay.
engine. You already know.
これ
Bro, look at this.
So
まあ
Remember, the last time was different wars, but this time it's different natural disasters. So this is representing the fire. So you have like fireworks and things like that. But you see, it looks beautiful, but it's dangerous. And there'll be like lavas flying around. And you'll see like this ghost, we call it remains. And you see some ghosts walking by as well.
Bro, looking at this in real time in your game is gonna look
so
sick.
Yes, the fire starts to spread. And Dolman, as a psychic, will speak to you too. So there's this fireworks still going on, and all these lavas falling at you. Well, actually, the lavas is as part of the whales, but anyways. And you see the warriors, we call it, who is guarding Neil, comes out. So you could go to the right and sneak, but you won't battle. So this time, I know everyone wants to see battle, right? So we're going to go through the middle this time. And since this is Australia, I'm going to use a blood boomerang, right? So Sam's blood is in there. So okay, it's a little hard to see, but I think he's aiming. I think he won't make a mistake here. Yeah, good hit. Then boomerang comes back.
So it pauses like that when you're killing them?
But if you're not good at battling, you could actually sneak away as well. You could always have that option.
But I notice it does that every time you kill somebody.
All right, the boomerang came back. All right, we got. All right, the fire is starting to spread. Yes, all these things flying around. So we use something called the tar cannon. It's a little heavy equipment, but you could distinguish the fire. You could even put out forest fires with this, but it's very heavy, so you have to, you know, think about when you're carrying this. And you could, you know, oh, they find you now. The warriors found you. But this tar cannon is actually usable as a weapon, so you could shoot the warriors too. Yep, we got him. All right, we're going to take out the fire. Well, of course, you could take any route, but let's go through the middle. And it's a very heavy equipment, so he's a little slow.
Yo, that's going to look crazy.
Yep, watch out. Okay, from here it takes a little while, so I'm going to skip. So there'll be more warriors coming up.
Yes.
And I think Yoshike did a good job, yeah?
Yes.
All right. We're going to skip to the next scene for the battle, where Neil is waiting, and the warriors, 4 warriors, are waiting. This is a difficult part. So could you pray for Yoshike-san, please?
And one thing we should say, Hideo, is this is from pretty early in the game still, right?
Yes, it's from... Well, you met Cliff a couple times, but Neil, the same. You go numerous times to this world, and it's the natural disaster. This time it's fire, as I said. It could be like the earthquake or the flood.
Yeah,
kind of.
this
So
part
you go
right
to
here
that
is
world.
fire.
Incredible. All right, well, let's take a look now at this the continuation of this sequence, battling Neil.
So Sam has a lot of equipment. So we're going to show you a little equipment as well. Like, okay, let's wear a cap. So we have so many caps, but this time you could reverse the cap when you wear it. Norman does this. So you could kind of wear it reverse. Great improvement. Also the backpack. You see the back plate, which protects you, or the rotor storage and grenade pouch.
Look at the ground,
and
bro.
also chiral anti-gravity device. I always put that 3 so that helps my
It's gonna be up to these 3.
weight on my backpack. But okay, this is the. Of course, you could change the colors too. But so this is the equipment this time. We have a lot of things on our back. Let's battle Neil.
Yo, that scene is so fire. That's crazy. That scene right there, that's hard, bro.
Okay.
ウォリアーズの戦いですが、
We're gonna confront
That's
the warriors
hard
of
right
Neo.
there.
ちょっとステルスで行ってみましょうか。
So let's do a
You
little
want this
stealthy
purple
first.
gumbo?
まあニールを倒せばいいんですけど、
My
Well,
man
we're
Lucci
just
chilling.
trying to defeat Neo, but
今ピン打ちました。
we wanna get the warriors too.
Man,
ウォリアー
Lucci
ズ
chilling.
So
出てますけど
we'll find one warrior,
スティングして、
and we're sneaking behind,
まあロープで、
and we got him with the rope.
はい倒しました。はい
Yep. We got one warrior.
ウォリアーズ一人倒してます。
Yep. All
あ
right.
そうニールが
Oh wait, we see Neo right
気
there.
づかれてないんで撃っちゃい
And
ましょう
Neo's
か。
like
あ
looking
そう
away, so let's use an assault rifle.
ああ。あでも見つかり
Oh
ました。
wait,
ワープしますね。
he
はい
warped out.
大丈夫かな。はい。
All right, we gotta find him again.
Take them one by one.
ウォリアーズ首がなくなると突進してくる。
Yeah, you need to kind of do a headshot to the warriors to defeat them.
大丈夫かな。
Well, he's doing good.
あちょっと逃げられました。
Wait, I think he warped
タワーの上に
up at the tower.
でウォリアーズも
Yeah, and with warriors as
ま
well.
あどっから行ってもいいんですけど、
Well, okay, where should we go? You could go anywhere, so
まあ花火に見とれてるとやられます。
yeah, don't be too obsessed with the fireworks. You gotta find a route.
上にいますね。
Okay, I think they're there.
グレネード。
So we'll use a
グレネー
grenade.
ドをつけようというところですか。はい。はいはい。
Oh, that's a nice shot.
はい。ちょっとせこい戦い方ですよね。これ
Yeah, this is not really cool, right? But it's okay.
ちょっとやばいかもしれません。
Wait a minute. They kind of found him. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
ちょっと手こじってますね。
All right.
やばいやばい。
Let's change weapons.
やばいですね。
My man got nervous.
Oh,
that was close.
That dude that's playing the game got nervous, bro.
ニールを。
We need to get Neo though.
やばいやばい。
Well, be careful.
やばい。
Oh,
クリプト美容室。もうやばいですね。
Cryptobite. Yeah, we need to take Cryptobite. Sorry for the life.
やばい。
Hey,
Oh,
my
you're in
man is
trouble.
getting. Yo, he's getting bucked at.
All right, good. I think we got him.
Yeah, he nervous. He's nervous. He's nervous.
Eh, 逃げられましたんで。
Well, I think we got him.
屋上に逃げました。
And maybe he went somewhere. Oh, he went to the rooftop.
はい。ちょっと苦戦してますね、彼はね。
Well, Yoshiki is struggling.
AI なんでどこ行くかわからへんの。
Because it's, AI, I don't know where they're going to go.
Might it be worth getting up close and personal with them?
まあタワーの上なんでちょっと
Probably
になると思います。
up the tower, so we're going to go find him.
Building they've garrisoned.
He said because it's AI,
ショットガン。
Well,
he don't know
okay,
where he's
we
gonna
found the
go next.
shotgun.
接近戦ですね。
All right, we're going to go close combat.
ちょっと荷物強いすぎですけど。
Yeah, and maybe
Meaning
too
like-
much.
everybody's
much
game
package
could be
on our back.
different.
サム声を出せるんで。
And Sam could also kind of make noises verbally, so to distract, you know, the warriors or whoever. And you could kind of call them. I think they're not hearing Sam yet, but let's try to call them so they'll come right at Sam.
Oh,
that's a nice shot.
He said he put a lot of guns in this game.
Yeah, they're probably from above. Let's go above. We'll also might use a smoke grenade. Oh, so close.
Look, he's nervous. He's nervous.
Oh.
Yo, he's nervous. He's like, bro, am I gonna die?
Well, that was good. We got him.
Yes, Yoshige.
Oh, and Neil's right there, so we need to get Neil.
Palms are sweaty.
Well, you know, the thing about smoke grenade is they can't see you, but we can't see them too. All right, I think we got him. All right, what are we going to do? What are you doing? It's called a grenade pistol. So it's like a handgun. So you don't have to package it. You could put it in your holster. So it's really good. A small gun. Yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little cheating in a way. I mean, like, not cool. It's not like how you really want to battle, but anyways.
Oh.
Oh, no. All right, we're gonna go different area.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I think we got him. Okay, we'll change the shotgun. There he is. We're getting him. Oh, he kind of warped out. All right, where do we head now? And you can actually check the Odra deck to see where he is or he warped to. So we're going to go in that direction. Or I think we know where he is. Probably in the graveyard area.
He is.
And it's only now Neil. It's a face-off with the... Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Yeah, we could pour Neil. Oh, he warped away.
Get him.
Yes, we got him. Oh, that was a close call.
Did he say Nirvana? Is he implying this is some sort of realm for the enlightened?
Damn.
Okay, up to here.
Damn.
What'd you guys think of that?
Yeah, and I think that's it.
I know it's never easy for a creator after spending so many years building a game to...
Yeah, so that's it right there, man. No, gotta drop a bomb for Coach. So that's coming out in 2 weeks. He's coming out, Woodkid, he's coming out with the album for the game as well. That's coming out next week. You know, they on tour as well. It's a lot. They're doing a lot for this game, bro. It's a lot going on. And also remember, Kojima said that a week before the game comes out, I believe he said a week, that he's gonna reveal it all. So this might not be the last we see of Death Stranding before the official release. Yeah, because I believe he said that. So let's see what happens, all right? But yeah, Woodkid got an album coming out, like features songs within the game and things like that. Want to know what you're gonna be listening to before the game releases and all that, like, to do it. All right, that's coming out next week. Shout outs to Kojima. Echoes of the End, it comes out in summer. All right, I'll check it out. Let me see if I got some rapid fire for y'all real quick. See if I got some rapid fire. Might have missed something. Craig Mazin on the potential of The Last of Us Part 3. Okay, let me show you this. This is what he had to say. He says here, quote, I am familiar with some concepts that Neil has kicked around for a potential third game. I don't know if he zeroed in on one of them. I hope that there's The Last of Us Part 3, but also then sometimes I think maybe you should just be happy and don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened at all. I could beg Neil to make a third The Last of Us game. All I know is I'll be there. I'll be there on day one to play Intergalactic. If there's another Uncharted, I'll play it. If there's another Last of Us, I'll play it. Close quote. That's what he had to say about that, all right? So, Neil Druckmann, what you got to take away from that is that Neil Druckmann has kicked around a potential third game, and he's told Craig Mazin a few of his concepts as to what he will do for a third game. That's what you got to focus in on, okay? So, me personally, like, I am expecting a third part. Like, I am, especially with the success of the TV show. I think that pretty much, you know, told Neil Druckmann, like, okay, you got to do a third installment and wrap it up, you know? So I feel like we are going to get a Last of Us Part 3. Not this generation, but PS6, right? Let me see here if I have anything else for you. Warner Brothers, okay? You might have not known, but Warner Brothers is now splitting up into two separate divisions. Okay, let me tell you how it's gonna go. Where is it? Okay, Warner Brothers Discovery, WBD, today announces plans to separate the company in a tax-free transaction in two publicly traded companies, enabling each to maximize its potential. The streaming and studios company will consist of Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers Television, Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, DC Studios, HBO, and HBO Max, as well as their legendary film and television libraries. Global networks will include Premier Entertainment, sports, and news television brands around the world, including CNN, TNT Sports in the U.S., and Discovery, and top free-to-air channels across Europe, and digital products such as the profitable Discovery Plus streaming service and Bleacher Report. David Zaslav, the president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, will serve as the president and CEO of streaming and studios. Gunnar Weidenfels CFO of Warner Brothers Discovery, will serve as president and CEO of Global Networks. Both will continue in their present roles at WBD until the separation, okay? So Zaslav is taking over Warner Brothers Discovery. Oh, no, wait. Streaming and studios. All right, so Zaslav is staying with the motion picture, the DC, HBO, and HBO Max. So that's what Zaslav is staying with. The other guy is staying with the sports section, the entertainment. So yeah. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, of course. DC Studios, we get games from them and things like that, movies. So it all comes hand in hand with the video game. Okay? Morbid Metal. Oh, I just downloaded that. Okay, crazy. Let me see what else I got. Also, if you aren't aware, okay, here. If you aren't aware, June 13th, okay, it's the Sony's 2025 business segment meetings. So that's being held 2 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, I will be in bed at that time, probably in my fourth dream, all snuggled in. You understand? So I'm gonna see that news when I wake up, 2 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. The game, Hideaki Nishino is gonna be up in there. Herman Host gonna be up in there. What else they said? Where he at? What's the Toki at? This will be the first business segment meeting under the new CEO, Hiroki Totoki, and the new CEO of SIE PlayStation, Hideaki Nishino. That is happening on June 13th at 2 o'clock in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Facts. All right. I think that does it for the rapid fire news. That's all I got for y'all. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let me see which one you wanted me to see. Yeah, I seen the Beast of Resurrection. I seen that one. Yo, Ruben, what it do, bro? Echoes of the End. I think I seen that one too. I know I saw Beast of Resurrection. I did see that one. Called Echoes of the. Yeah, I think I saw that one too. Oh yeah, there's the one that's like God of War. They saying like it's like God of War. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw them yesterday during the stream. I put that one up. I put up the one with that they got the demo for Echo some. I saw that one. I saw the space one. The space one looks crazy, bro. That space game looked crazy, bro. That Mudjang looks fire. That Chronos, that new look that we got at Chronos looks fire. All right. Gonna rock out for a little bit. Then we up out of here. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Here, people. Oh, that's it right there. That's it right there, Lunchi. We should get a new Jack and Dexter. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I want them to be working on multiple projects, bro. You know, like I want them to be working on multiple projects. I feel like they should be doing that. You know, these bigger AAA, they taking way too long. By the time they come out with the game, it's like we're only having like one game per generation. And it's like, nah, it shouldn't be like that, bro. It's Naughty Dog. Like, give us as many games as possible, bro, like while we're here, you know? F Intergalactic? Oh, nah, I'm not with you on that one. Sorry about that. Intergalactic is going to be fire. And The Last of Us Part 3, The Last of Us series is one of the greatest games of all time. So I'm not with you on that, my brother. Intergalactic is going to be fire. Okay? It's on and popping. I can't wait. I can't wait. Know what I'm saying? Let me see. But yeah, I'm curious to see what that Konami show as well. That Konami show might be good. They might give us an extensive look at Metal Gear Solid. What's this? Oh, we got the Metacritic for. Is this old or this is new? We got the Metacritic for Mario Kart World. I don't know if that's new, if that's old. It says that we just got it. It's like breaking news. It's like a Black Fable. Oh, okay. Intergalactic is going to be Intergalactic is going to be fire. I can't wait for that game. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you the Metacritic real quick for Mario Kart World. So they're in. These are it. The results are in, people. So it's sitting at an 89 Open Critic and a 88 Metacritic, okay? I'm not going to look at the reviews today. I'll do that in tomorrow's show. I don't got time for that. But these are the scores. Let's see. GameSpot gave it a 9. Game Rant gave it a 9. Forbes gave it a 9. Dexerto gave it an 8. The rest look like from other countries and like that. 9.5, 9.5. Got some good scores, man. So that's just came in now, like about an hour ago. We'll dig deep into that. See what some of these people had to say about that. Have time today. Yeah, those are it, man. 89, 88. That's where it's at right now. No? Not bad at all. For little old Mario Kart World. Not bad at all. Man, everybody was at Summer Game. Everybody was at. Oh, they had Wu Chang out there too, available like to play. Kind of crazy. Oh, another thing. The Splitgate CEO, after he made those comments. Remember, he made those comments in Summer Game Fest. So he was talking all that trash. And then fast forward, they go to his game, Splitgate, and he over there got $80 bundles. So then people was like, yo, bro, what are you even talking about? Are you trashing other FPS, but you doing the same thing they doing? Charging $80 for bundles and things like that. So, supposedly, he has now taken down that, the price of those bundles. So, I don't know to how much, but that was the news with that guy. I told you, I'm like, bro, this dude is bugging out. This dude is bugging out, bro. And I know Jeff Keighley was pissed the way he did that. Jeff Keighley don't like things like doing things like that. That's being messy. I know Jeff Keighley, he did not like that, bro. I know he didn't like it. Wait, what? I don't know how true this is. So supposedly we're gonna be hearing and seeing more of Resident Evil 9 this Wednesday at 11 o'clock Eastern. 11 a.m. Capcom hosted a closed-door play session for the press at Summer Game Fest. Gameplay incoming. I'm rocking with the gift one, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? The facts. The facts. Yeah, and breaking news right here. You understand? The facts. So I don't know how true that is, but let's hope and see that it is true. Yeah, that new handheld's gonna be crazy, bro. 2026 is gonna be another crazy year, bro. 2026 is gonna be another crazy. Microsoft has started testing its new gamepad keyboard update that lets you sign into a PC with a PIN code using a controller. This is part of Microsoft's work to improve Windows 11 on handheld gaming devices, like the new Xbox Ally. It's funny to me how they're mentioning the new Xbox Ally device. No. The new ROG Xbox Ally. Like, they're going to start. This is what I keep telling you to pay attention to. And don't be fooled by it. Because it's not an Xbox handheld. It's a ROG Xbox Ally. Okay? It's just the Xbox edition of it, which has an Xbox dedicated button on it. Okay? If you see the branding all over that device, it's Asus branding all over it, except that, and it has a one little button that has an X on it. Okay? So don't be fooled. So it's funny. You start seeing people like Tom Warren up in here talking about Xbox Ally device. Like if it don't have ROG in the beginning. No, you need to put the full name of that, sir. What you think you're doing out here? You ain't slick. Not with me. You ain't slick with me, I'll tell you that. Also, the Apple event was today. I forgot to tell y'all. And for the first time, they spoke about gaming. Well, I don't know if it was the first time, but they actually had a little segment for Mac gaming. So now you could download a little section. I'll look for it and I'll bring it in tomorrow's show, so I could show you. Cause remember I told you could buy Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Mac. You needed like a M3 chip or above. But yeah, they now have like a dedicated gaming section over at Apple, and they was talking about it today, bro. So Apple is looking to come in here. They looking to come in here and, you know, let people know they bout it. About it. I want to see how much Final Fantasy sells on Xbox. Rainbow Six Siege X drops June 10th. Oh, that's the one with the new the huge changes coming to the game. So that update that we saw that showcase for that time, it drops tomorrow. New game modes and new maps and all. But we got it here in 4 minutes, people. Got it here in 4 minutes. Ask questions, comments, concerns, ladies and gentlemen. This game right here, I tried this demo out. So it's just that. It's that. You know, it's like a stealth. You got to get around people and things like that. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. Yo, this person said, you see these people, yo, I don't understand, bro. Like, what do you get from that? This person out here talking about, it's an ROG Ally. Do you call the Steam Deck the Valve Steam Deck? Like, bro, what are you even talking about, bro? Makes no sense, bro. out of here in 2 minutes, people. Final Fantasy dropped a new promotion with Ben Starr sitting on top of an Xbox. Y'all was out there, I'm telling you. The way this industry going, better start leaving their feelings at the door. People better start leaving their feelings at the door. Let's see what Sony comes with on the 13th. Let's see what these people got to say. All right, I'm out of here, people. I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Thank y'all so much. Check back in tomorrow, people. We will be going. Well, tomorrow, Mind's Eye comes out, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any type of news show tomorrow because the game drops at 1. If I do a news coverage, it will have to be earlier than that, like at 11 or something like that. Then go into the gameplay and stuff. So let's see what happens. If the news is too dry in the morning, then I'll just wait for 1 o'clock and I'll just start the gameplay. All right. So check in. Mañana. Yo, Molly, what it do, bro? Check in tomorrow and let me know what's up. Understand? Facts. I appreciate everybody pulling up today. Hopefully y'all had a great time here today. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be another good day, people. But I'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Yo, Molly, what up? What up? You had a quick question? Is a quick question or what you got? Or what you got? Yeah, that 2 Hearts game is gonna be crazy, bro. Ask your Fox fans. Hey. They said, yeah, I spoke about that. Bro. You know, they just trying to get one up. That's all it is. That's console warring, bro. That's console war talk. Because that's not a dedicated Xbox hardware. As much as they're going to try to flip it and tell you that it is an Xbox, that is not an Xbox hardware. That's Asus ROG. Okay? That's why you see the Asus brand all over that handheld. The only thing Xbox has on that handheld is that little X button that they put. Besides that, everything else is Asus marketing. The back has the eye, right? It has the split in the middle. It says ROG in the bottom of the screen. Like, that's an Asus handheld. Like, they're trying to just get one up and say, oh, this is Xbox and I can play your PlayStation game. That's not it. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. I spoke about that. Like, their dedicated hardware, their dedicated handheld was delayed. That's an Xbox. This was not an Xbox. Until they come out with the one that got delayed and they say we could play PlayStation, that's a different story. But this one is just another ROG. Just the Xbox edition. That's what it is. This is the Xbox edition. But we also got the regular Ally, and we got the Ally X, and then we got the Xbox edition. The ROG Xbox and the ROG Xbox Ally X. So they got a lineup. That's all that is. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for pulling up, man. Hope to see y'all back here tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody. It is your boy, the gifted one here. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.